Now at 9, new developments in the Village, how Destination 2040 is set to change the look of campus.
4 weeks after the invasion began, Russia is intensifying their fight. What is currently happening in Ukraine?
Another cold night is in store and rain chances are on the way for the middle of the week.
Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching Newslink, Indiana.
Good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Alex Almanza.
And I'm Tara Konieczny. 10 new amenities will be moving into the Village starting this summer. Those include housing, restaurants, and retail spaces.
Newslink Indiana's Anna Chalker is live where the first site will be added. Anna?
Yeah, Alex and Tara, I'm standing here at the intersection of McKinley and University Avenue, where construction for the Village revitalization plan is set to begin. Now, the plan has been in the works for many years, and it's not only going to attract people to the university, but to the businesses right here in the Village. Jack's Donuts, TIS, and Chavez are some of the businesses in the Village getting new neighbors. 5 sites will be added to the Village, starting at the intersection of McKinley and University Avenue.
A site just east of the administration building, which would include a performing arts center, a hotel, a restaurant, and some retail space.
The process to start the revitalization plan has been discussed throughout the university for over a decade. The spark in conversation, the attraction to the Village.
We're working for years to figure out how to approach some catalyst sort of environment into the Village because it's not taking the direction that we wanted it to take.
Businesses on every corner have started to see the plans and say the new additions will keep their business booming.
Just like everybody in the Village, more people means more traffic, means more sales.
As construction begins, the goal to keep the businesses booming.
Every business in the Village will benefit from what we hope to grow in the next 2 or 3 years.
Construction is set to begin this summer with sites 1 and 2, and the set year for the revitalization plan is to be finished in 2025. Now, sites 1 and 2 will include the sections that the university will be using for educational purposes, with sites 3, 4, and 5 being directed more towards members of the community with amenities like new housing options, green spaces, and a new bank. Lowe also told me that there is no plan to close the Village and surrounding areas for when construction begins. Live in Muncie, Anna Chalker, Newslink, Indiana.
Plenty of exciting changes there. All right. Well, moving from cold to warm weather brings about a lot of changes outside, and for many, the inside as well.
Newslink Indiana's Kara Prozuchek set out to learn how the change of seasons can affect one's mental health.
The past few weeks, the weather has been slowly changing from the frigid winter to a breezy and sunny spring. More people are out and about enjoying the sun that was hidden most days during the winter. Some students have found that this weather change has helped them in their everyday life. Ball State senior Reggie Mabels shares his experience.
I mean, I definitely feel more motivated because I just feel like I can do more outside. Like, I feel more energized, I feel more motivated.
According to Healthline.com, exposure to the sun increases the brain's release of the hormone serotonin, explaining why during the winter, when there are shorter days, seasonal mood differences can be seen. Outside activities are common among people, and for those who enjoy them, they really lose that option during the winter. Sophomore Ball State student Allison Jester misses her favorite activity during the winter.
I like to go hunting for random things outside, like stuff to make projects with, and in the winter I don't really get to do that as much, so it's kind of sad.
Not getting sunlight can chemically harm your brain function, leaving one less motivated and with lower moods. Senior psychology major Hope Wood shares her insight on the subject.
That cold weather really can have an effect on your moods. Especially if you're not getting a lot of sunshine intake. There is a lot of science behind like spending time outside. And so, obviously in the summer, if you're out and about feeling the sun, you're going to be getting a lot more of the vitamins and things that you can soak up from the sun.
We may only be given a sneak peek at the good weather and sunshine to come, but soaking it up when you can has the potential to help out your brain. Muncie, Kara Prozuchek, Newslink, Indiana.
We'll make sure to soak up the sunshine when it comes because Wednesday is going to be 73 degrees.
Yeah, I know. I will definitely be getting some more serotonin on Wednesday. Maddie Johnson, Chief Weather Forecaster, what can you tell us?
Well, unfortunately, Alex and Tara, we're not going to be seeing a whole lot of sunshine this week, and unfortunately, with the exception of Wednesday, we're not going to be seeing a whole lot of warm air either. 34 degrees here in Muncie, and you can see just the expanse of how cold it is across the Great Lakes right now, and unfortunately, it's only going to get colder. Temperatures dropping into the mid-20s throughout the evening and into the overnight hours, and this cold air is set to continue this week. We are going to get a little warmer tomorrow, but unsettled weather is on the way. Multiple rain chances this week. We are going to be seeing those well above average temperatures, 73 on Wednesday, but colder air will unfortunately return for the end of the week. And I'll have all that and more coming up in my full forecast.
Thank you, Maddie. President Joe Biden going off script during a speech in Warsaw. Now, White House.
Sake, this man cannot remain in power.
Now, White House officials and Biden himself are trying to downplay the remarks, saying he was really arguing that Vladimir Putin can't be allowed to exercise his power over neighboring countries.
It was expressing my outrage. He shouldn't remain in power. Just like, bad people shouldn't continue to do bad things. But it doesn't mean we have a fundamental policy to do anything to take Putin down.
The president also said he's not calling for regimen change in Moscow, which would have represented a dramatic shift toward direct confrontation with another nuclear-armed country.
Well, evacuations are underway in the city of Mariupol, Ukraine, as Russian attacks continue. As Russia intensifies missile strikes on Ukrainian cities in the west and the east, heavy fighting also continues in the south, where the mayor of the port city of Mariupol has called for a complete evacuation of the remaining population. A weeks-long siege by Russian forces has flattened the city, leaving an unknown number of civilians dead and forcing hundreds of thousands of people from their homes. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says that he's ready to accept a neutral, non-nuclear status as part of a peace deal with Russia, but any agreement would have to be put to the Ukrainian people in a referendum.
This was the first point of principle for the Russian Federation, as I recall. And as far as I remember, they started the war because of this.
Those peace talks between Russia and Ukraine are set to begin again this week.
Purdue University plans to welcome to its campus up to 20 Ukrainian scholars who have been displaced by Russia's invasion of their country. The school announced the initiative Friday, saying it would accept scholars directly impacted by the war in Ukraine. Purdue says the effort, lasting at least one calendar year, would offer up to 20 visiting scholars and their dependents an opportunity to resume their academic pursuits at Purdue. Those eligible are scholars with faculty positions at Ukrainian universities who are engaged in academic research and scholars enrolled in Ukrainian doctoral programs who are at the dissertation research stage of their degree program. President Biden announcing the 2023 budget today, where the money is going.
Plus, the Supreme Court is on the verge of breaking barriers and is serving as an inspiration for many. Find out how when we return.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, MITS will take you there.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. Brace yourself for larger crowds and higher airfares this spring 2022 travel season. Experts are blaming high demand and skyrocketing jet fuel prices. Experts also expect higher crowds and pricier airfares. Last month, average airfare in the U.S. went up 5% compared to 2019 levels, according to the analysis by the Adobe Digital Economy Index, which analyzed online sales from 6 of the top 10 U.S. airlines.
Jet fuel is costing more, and airlines do have that major expense to pass down to consumers.
The conflict in Ukraine also delaying what airlines hoped would be the return of travel to Europe this summer. Orlando says it's spooking many away from overseas travel, and with lower demand, it could create an opportunity.
President Joe Biden announcing the budget for 2023 today, aiming to give the Social Security Administration more funding to improve services. According to the Associated Press, Biden plans to ramp up discretionary funding by $1.8 billion for a total of $14.8 billion. That's a 14% increase from funding levels enacted last year. The budget calls for higher taxes on the wealthy, lower budget deficits, more money for police, and greater funding for education, public health, and housing.
Jared Kushner will talk to the House Select Committee investigating the January 6 Capitol riot. According to a source, Kushner is expected to appear virtually for an interview this week. Former President Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor will speak voluntarily. Kushner's wife and Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump, was in discussions last month to talk to the committee. She also served as an advisor to her father.
A New York State judge says it's time for the Trump Organization to turn over evidence to the New York Attorney General's office. For more than 2 years now, the AG's office has been working on a civil investigation into the former president and his real estate company. They say there are multiple misleading or fraudulent misstatements and omissions in the Trump Organization's financial statements that helped it get, quote, a host of economic benefits, including loans, insurance, coverage, and tax deductions, unquote. The investigation has expanded now that they have until the end of April to turn over the rest of what the Attorney General's office is asking for.
After many controversial bills have appeared in the past few months concerning LGBTQ rights and its freedom to be taught in school, Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida signed the Parental Rights in Education bill. That bill banning instruction about sexual orientation and gender identity in kindergarten through 3rd grade. The bill sparked debate across the nation after it was introduced in January. It drew intense national scrutiny from critics who argue it marginalizes LGBTQ people. The legislation has advocates, students, Democrats, the entertainment industry, and the White House denouncing what critics have called the, quote, "Don't Say Gay" bill. DeSantis and other Republicans have stated the measure is reasonable and that parents, not teachers, should mention subjects of sexual orientation and gender identity with their children. The law is set to take effect in July.
The spotlight on Supreme Court Justice nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson is intense. If confirmed, she'll be the first black woman seated on the bench in the High Court's 233-year history, breaking barriers and serving as an inspiration for many, even in the salon. Hair is essential to black culture and often misunderstood, and one stylist client, Lauren Buford, says Jackson's nomination changing the image of justice and beauty.
Beauty and professionalism was basically just exemplified by fair skin, straight hair, and everybody who didn't look like that was breaking their neck to try to fit that mold. I just see a shifting in the tides, and it's great to see.
The Senate Judiciary Committee is scheduled to vote on Jackson's nomination on April 4th. Now switching over to the weather, it's going to be a little bit of a warm-up over the next couple of days, but Maddie Johnson has a quick look at what it's going to look like.
Well, temperatures have definitely been below average the last 5 days, but check out in my full forecast coming up after the break how much warmer temperatures will climb.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Every day,
Millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles, watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an
to
effort
get to know each other.
on a deeper level. Father,
Cosplayer,
mentor.
actor.
It's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward, come together,
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Welcome back. The current time is 9:16 and I'm Chief Weather Forecaster Maddie Johnson. Over the last 5 days, we've seen temperatures well below our average of 56 degrees. We've been seeing temperatures in the low to mid 30s the last couple of days. 38 degrees was our high today here in Muncie, but temperatures are expected to rebound to above average by the time we get to the middle of the week. Today we saw a mostly sunny sky, but clouds are starting to build in from the northeast, and that is going to be the weather story for tonight. We're going to be seeing these clouds build, but we are looking off to the west at this low pressure over in Nevada. That's going to be tracking its way across the United States in the next couple of days, and that is what's going to bring us our unsettled weather pattern and multiple rain chances over the coming days. Tonight we will remain dry, mostly cloudy, a cold low of 26 degrees, not as cold as what we saw last night, but still you're going to want to bundle up, maybe have an extra blanket with you, and the winds are going to be light out of the east-northeast at 5 miles an hour. As we head into the day tomorrow, temperatures will be warmer than what we saw today, but still about 10 degrees below our average, 47 the high tomorrow. We're going to be seeing mostly cloudy skies to start the day as those temperatures will warm up, but by the time we get to the evening, the rain will be moving in, so make sure to have an umbrella with you if you are headed out, if you do have any Tuesday evening plans. Now the rain over the next 3 days is going to be mostly in the evening and overnight into Tuesday and also into Wednesday. Tuesday night, a 40% chance of rain, a mostly dry day on Wednesday before the greatest chances for rain move in on Wednesday night. So if you do have any plans in the evening, make sure to have that umbrella with you over the next couple of days. Breaking down our rain chances on Precision Cast, a mostly dry day to start on Tuesday, but we will see those rain showers move in by the time we get to the evening hours. Probably around 6 o'clock or so is when that rain is going to start moving in, and then we'll see more rain overnight into early Wednesday morning before we start Wednesday the same way we start Tuesday, so it's going to be dry during the day with the main rain moving in the evening and during the overnight hours. Here on Precision Cast, we are looking at a line of rain and even some embedded thunderstorms indicated here by the orange and red colors. That's going to move in about 7 p.m. on Wednesday, and then that's going to push off to the east, but we are going to be left with more rain chances by the time we get to Thursday, and even some snow on the back end of this system. You can see that we're going to be seeing some mixed precipitation here as well on Thursday as colder air rushes in behind on the backside of that system. And now that colder air will be here to stay. The Climate Prediction Center's 6 to 10 day outlook is indicating below average temperatures. We have a high probability of seeing those in the next 6 to 10 days, and that is indicated here on our mid 7 day forecast. So we're going to get to 74 degrees by the time we get to Wednesday with those rain and thunderstorms, but then temperatures are going to be falling throughout the day on Thursday, so it's going to be a very cool weekend, and we do have a couple different chances for rain as we head throughout the weekend on Saturday, but temperatures mostly going to be below average by the time we get to the first week of April.
Definitely regret putting away those jackets. jackets.
Yes, yeah, you're definitely going to want the winter coat with you tonight if you're headed out, and you're definitely going to want the umbrella with you over the next couple of days.
But hey, I will take rain over snow any day.
That is for sure.
I will too.
Thanks so much, Maddie. Up next, we take a look at what's going on in the world of sports. Zach Greer has a sneak peek.
Hey, thanks, guys. One Ball State team taking victory in back-to-back wins today, and another team achieving great success all season. Find out who next in sports.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
So if one cat has 4 kittens who reproduce every 6 months, how many cats will there be in 5 years? Who's got it? Is this... What is that? Seriously? Who threw that?
Cats are terrible at math, but they sure do multiply. Please spay, neuter, and adopt.
The solution is 10.
Welcome back to Newslink, Indiana. I'm Zach Greer with sports. This afternoon, Ball State baseball sweeping Western Michigan at home in 2 games. In the 1 o'clock game, the Cardinals won in a close game 2-0. After scoring an early run in the first inning, neither team scored again until the 5th inning where Justin Conant stepped on home for the second run. In the game after, Ball State poured in 12 runs in a dominant performance. Their next game will be Friday, where they travel to Toledo to take on the Rockets. Switching things over to the courts, Ball State men's and women's tennis facing off in multiple matches over the weekend. On Friday, the men's team facing off at home against Binghamton University and dominating with a final score of 7-0. They came back on Sunday and dismantled the Buffalo Bulls with a score of 5-2. The women's team also facing off against Buffalo on Friday in New York and pulled out a gutsy 4-3 victory. Ball State followed up that performance with a commanding 6-1 victory over fellow MAC opponent in the Toledo Rockets. The Ball State Valorant Red team has been on fire as of late. Newslink Indiana's Bryce Demsevich met with the players to talk about what goes into their quickly found success.
Ball State esports bursting onto the scene faster than many might have anticipated. The Valorant Red spring team has been giving their opponents lots of problems, coming in at 7-1 on the season, heading into playoff time. Freshman Corey Dillon, the newest acquisition of the team, explaining how they've been able to find success and grow so quickly.
I think it's from just the fact that we have so many talented players that decide to come out and we find them. I mean, today we're just finding new people. I mean, it's really exciting, it's really fun to do, and I think that's one of the main reasons why we are growing so much and expanding of what we're doing.
In 2020, Ball State founded its very first esports program, and in 2021, they opened up the esports center to house their athletes. With being such a young program, they've been able to find a lot of success and make anyone lucky to be a Cardinal.
We're only getting new, fresh, really good talent, where some of the old guys that have been on the team are kind of I don't know, it's just like the skill gap is getting just higher and higher and higher, you know what I mean? And it's a combination of getting new talented players and also just like the fact that we've been playing together. We've kind of been building. For some of us have been like, we've known each other since like the club team before varsity was even like a thing. So we've been playing together for like 2 years. So that is also kind of what goes into it.
With the playoffs fastly approaching, getting themselves ready is the highest of priorities, and the Cardinals have found the most effective way to get ready for anything that might come their way.
Basically, like what professional athletes do, we eat, sleep, we try to keep ourselves healthy. We practice almost every day in order to do what we do.
Ball State starts their playoff run on April 9th at 12 p.m. In Muncie, Bryce Demsevich, Newslink, Indiana.
Yeah, guys, and Coach Dan Marino has done a great job for this Valorant team. You know what's a game that I really want to see? Mario Kart. I want to see Mario Kart in esports.
I can't say I would be good at it, but I'd like to give it a try.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Zach. Well, after the break, news from the Oscars.
And we'll have a final look at your weather. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared, so start now.
Right now? Right now.
You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Well, last night's 94th Annual Academy Awards featured several memorable moments, many of which came from the awards that were given out, making history. Coda became the first film from a streaming service, Apple TV+, to win Best Picture. Troy Kotsur also won the award for Best Supporting Actor from his role in Coda, becoming the first deaf man to win an Oscar. Billie Eilish is the first Oscar winner, born in the 21st century, winning Best Original Song, and Jane Campion became the third woman and the second in 2 years to win Best Director.
Yesterday's Academy Awards featured historic wins and a slap that went viral. All of that added up to big ratings for the show. According to early Nielsen numbers, the show drew an average of 15.3 million viewers for ABC. That's a 56% increase from last year's show, which brought in just under 10 million viewers, an all-time low. Actor Will Smith walked on stage and slapped comedian Chris Rock after he made a joke about Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Smith apologized for his actions in an Instagram post just after 7 p.m. And now Maddie Johnson has a final look at that weather.
Well, there's a lot going on. You're definitely going to want the winter coat with you this week, as well as the umbrella, because we are seeing multiple precipitation chances Tuesday, Wednesday, and into Thursday. With cold air on the backside of the system on Thursday, we may be seeing the possibility for some snow, as well as temperatures fall on Thursday before temperatures end up below average by the first week of April.
Thank you, Maddie. That's all tonight for Newslink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the Newslink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.